Imagine annoying someone so badly they put a bounty on your head, and instead of running, you walk straight up to them and ask for the reward. There's confidence, and there's this. Today we're talking about a guy who pulled off one of the most outrageous, boldest stunts in ancient history and somehow got paid for it. Rome was one of the most powerful empires on earth, and this one man absolutely took the mick out of it. Let's get into it. The Roman Empire wasn't exactly known for its sense of humour. It conquered half the known world with a sword in one hand and a spreadsheet in the other. Everything was order, structure, and sandals. And then there was Corocotta, a man who took one look at Rome and went, nah, not today. Now, you'd think if you was going to mess with someone, maybe don't pick the empire with the biggest army, the most roads, and an alarming fondness for crucifixion. But Corocotta, he didn't just mess with them, he embarrassed them repeatedly. He came from Cantabria, up in the rugged mountains of what's now northern Spain. Beautiful place. Also, an absolute nightmare if you're trying to march an army through it in tight leather skirts. The Romans called him a bandit, because of course they did. Anyone who didn't immediately bow and offer them grapes was automatically labelled a criminal. But Corocotta wasn't your average thief. He wasn't nipping wallets or pinching bread. He was hitting Roman supply lines, ambushing troops, and vanishing into forests like some kind of Iberian ninja. For years, he was a thorn in Rome's perfectly planned backside. Every time they thought they had him cornered, he'd just disappear. And not in the quiet way. He'd torch something on the way out, just to remind them who they were dealing with. Augustus, Emperor of Rome, and not exactly known for his patience, was livid. He slapped a bounty on Corocotta's head, so big it could have bought a small kingdom. Dead or alive, didn't matter, just bring him in. The kind of offer that usually makes them look over their shoulder, maybe grow a beard and move somewhere cold. Corocotta, he walked straight into the Roman camp. No dramatic entrance, no backup, just strolled in with the confidence of a toddler in a Batman costume. Guards panicked, drew swords, probably debated whether they were about to get promoted or stabbed. And Corocotta stood there in front of them all, looked them dead in the eye and said something that basically translates to, "I hear there's a reward for me? Cheers, I think I'll take that now." And I mean, what do you even do in that moment? You're a Roman officer, trained for war, surrounded by spears and discipline, and this scruffy mountain lad just walks in and demands his own bounty. The cheek alone deserves a statue. Now, most leaders would have chopped his head off there and then, made an example of him, but Augustus, he paid him, gave him the full reward and let him walk. Either he respected the audacity, or he was just so stunned he went with it out of sheer confusion and maybe a well-placed Jedi mind trick. Probably sat there thinking, did I just get mugged by the guy I put a bounty on? Corocotta left the Roman camp alive, richer, and as smug as a cat that's just knocked your mug off the table and dares you to do something. Back home he was treated like a hero, which, to be fair, is the bare minimum after strutting into the lion's den and coming out with gold and a clean shirt. But it wasn't just about the money, not really. That little stunt was a message. Rome could bring all its roads, its gods, its armies, but it still couldn't outwit one very determined man with a chip on his shoulder and a deep dislike for imperial nonsense. And if that's not a satisfying underdog moment in ancient history, I don't know what is. So, what do you reckon? Was Corocotta a brave madman or a calculated genius? I mean, walking into a Roman camp and walking out again with your own bounty in your pocket, that's next level confidence. Honestly, I can't even return a parcel without overthinking it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If someone offered a reward for you, would you turn yourself in for cash? Or would you be off hiding in a cave with a fake mustache and a new name? I'll see you in the next one.